So it's Drina from Drina and Mike's Paranormal Adventures. I'm coming to you guys today with just a quick story. I wanted to share this when we were doing our live the other night on Monday at the cemetery. We were doing a cemetery walkthrough, EVP session and stuff. We drove up to the mausoleum. The vibe was a little bit off in the mausoleum more than it was in the back of the cemetery for us. So we decided to leave. Didn't stick around too long, and as we were exiting, we were paying attention to some of the tombstones on the wall, the plaques on the wall, and one of them towards the end really stood out towards me. I noticed it was a couple who passed away on the same day, so of course, me being me, it drew my curiosity, and I wanted to look further into what happened to this couple, what was the reason behind them passing the same day. So I did look up their story once I got home. It really touched my heart, and it shows you just how short life can be sometimes. You know, we take everything for granted, but within a blink of an eye, your life can really change, and it could change dramatically. This was a young couple. They were newly engaged. She had actually just found out she was pregnant, and unfortunately on Thanksgiving night they both lost their life to a wrong-way driver, and it just touched my heart a lot to see their images on the plaques, and then to hear their family share their story as well. So since I have this platform, I just wanted to share their story, and I just hope this touches you as much as it touched me.
And sadness tonight as 3 Bay Area families are torn apart. A wrong-way driver hit another car head-on on I-75 in Hillsborough County, and that left the 3 people dead. News Channel 8's Paul Mueller is joining us live near the scene of the crash on Gibsonton. And Paul, I know investigators are still working to figure out the cause of this crash. We know it was going the wrong way, but why was the driver going that direction?
Lots of questions right now. At least they're trying to figure out the exact cause of this crash, Keith. They're for the toxicology results to come in. Is alcohol to blame for it? Well, there are other questions, too, like where did that driver, Justin Lakin, get on the road, the wrong-way driver? Could it have been here at the Apollo Beach exit? If that was the case, Lakin actually drove 3 miles in the wrong direction right up 75.
What's up, YouTube? We are
Yvette
and L.
Whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, or in real life, Yvette Alexander and her fiancé Lashay Waiters were everywhere together, even in death.
What was it like when you first heard?
I couldn't believe it. I told him, no, not my baby girl. Not my only baby girl. I can't.
The two had just dropped off a friend after Thanksgiving dinner. On their way home, headed south on 75 near the Gibsonton Drive exit. Then hit head-on by another car driven by Justin Lakin.
I lost the love of my life. I mean, she was my baby girl.
The only baby girl, leaving her parents with just memories.
She was, you know, a delight to be around.
There was never a time that we weren't laughing and smiling.
And even more happiness when Yvette met L, as his friends called him. The two got engaged in October.
I remember when they first met, and she would call me crying because she was having a stressful day. I'll get on the phone with him, and he's like, I'll take care of Mom. Don't you worry, she'll be fine.
And now, instead of a wedding, Yvette and L's parents are now planning funerals.
This tragedy really didn't just affect us. It affected the entire world, because she was going to be a contributor. She was going to do something to change and to help lives.
Back live here in Hillsborough County tonight, we reached out to the family of that wrong-way driver, Justin Lakin. They had no comment. I also reached out to L's family. They wanted to stay off camera. As for Yvette's father, I should say, I spoke with him and I asked him if he could forgive Justin, the wrong-way driver, the man who basically took his daughter's life. He told me that he believed that Justin had no intention of ever doing something like this. By the way, Keith, the investigation continues.
Before we get into the video, we're going to tell you a little bit about us.
Yeah, so we've been dating coming up on like 2 years now. On the 27th of this month, it'll be 2 years for us. We've been through a lot. Not really.
No, not at all.
Everything's been pretty much easy. This is honestly like the best relationship I've ever been in. Hopefully it lasts. I pray it's my last.
It's my own.
Yeah, she's weird. She's never had a boyfriend before me.
Wrong-way drivers on our streets is growing. ABC Action News is committed to keeping you safe and driving Tampa Bay forward. Tonight, Nicole Grigg asked the state what's preventing it from getting new technology that could turn those numbers around.
This driver going the wrong way on Kennedy Boulevard caught on tape by our photographer. Catching it on tape is rare, but the aftermath is what you usually see. Usually a driver intoxicated at night.
When I start to feel bad, I start to rub it and kiss it and say, I miss you.
Suzette and Robert Alexandre lost their only daughter, her fiancé, and an unborn grandbaby from a wrong-way driver.
The only regret is I didn't have enough time with them.
Investigators think the driver, also killed, made a U-turn somewhere along I-75 and drove miles on the interstate in the wrong direction.
So then my next question is, well, what is the state of Florida doing about it?
Yvette's father wants to know how someone can drive that far and wonders if wrong-way signs on just exit ramps are enough.
If they make it past that, there's really no other indicator that you're facing the wrong way.
He thinks there should be a wrong-way warning on the back of these overhead signs. FDOT has put in 16 flashing wrong-way detectors across the Bay Area, the last one installed 3 years ago.
FDOT tells me they did a pilot study along this stretch of 275 with the wrong way detection units. They found that the 3 drivers who went on the wrong way safely turned around and got off.
We asked the state why haven't they added more if they're working. The reason? They need more funding.
Can you put a price or value on human life?
The Alexandres wish they could have just one more day with their daughter.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Da 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 da. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true.